Here we are again. Hope you're doing really well. Today is the 13th of December, and I trust that all of you are feeling peaceful, feeling relaxed and not too concerned about what's going on. It seems the energies over the last week have really tested a lot of us, tested our egos, pushed our egos. And what I've noticed is that there has been a lot of truth of the reality, the truth about what's really going on in our lives, and the truth about what really is important. I know myself, a lot of things have changed, the dynamics have changed, and it's all a matter of being truthful primarily with yourself, accepting the situation for what it is, and deciding which way you're going to go, whether you're going to continue to manifest this negativity or you're going to continue to manifest positivity. And I believe the planetary aspects that have occurred in the last few days, along with the gateway yesterday, have really brought this desire to be in full peace. And something just popped into my head. It reminds me of, I suppose, as we're passing away, and I can only comment on from what I've seen and from what I've witnessed and from what we see in movies and things like this. And I believe when we're on our last, when we know we're leaving this planet, when we're passing away, I believe that we have this urge to be at peace. And normally those that have lived a traumatic life, rebellious life, that have not given two flying fucks about anything and anybody, they spend a long time trying to make peace with their family, trying to make peace with everybody, trying to resolve and ask for forgiveness for everything. But those that are at peace and living in truth, they just go like this in their sleep, without pain, without suffering. And that's the easiest way to describe what I believe has happened leading up to the new moon. I had this tremendous turmoil inside me. It was ripping me apart inside, that something had to be said, something had to be told, the truth had to be told. The truth had to be told to my beloved of a situation which I was resisting. But I did it in the end. I overcame this and told the truth about a situation, which is releasing this anxiety, releasing this pent-up desire or this push to create something that's not based in truth. And I know that a lot of other people, twins that are on this journey, have also gone through something very similar, coming to terms with their situation, coming to terms with their own truth. We are not in control. We're not in control of this situation. We're not in control of anything that we do, except what we do on a minute-by-minute basis. And this weekend, now Sunday night here, 10 o'clock in the evening, and I feel so at peace. I felt at peace for the last 48 hours. I haven't felt any ego. I haven't felt any desire or anything associated with my beloved. I've had a few short interruptions from my ego, but this is easy to push away now. And now I have no expectations. I have no expectations whatsoever, despite everything that's going on with my communication and with my situation. There's nothing that I can do to change the situation, except to live full of love, full of peace and truth. And that's the truth of the reality. It is what it is. It is just being. We are just being. And yes, you can see my Christmas tree behind me. It is a time of celebration, appreciation of who we have in our lives, of who is in our life today, and who may be in our life tomorrow. Who was in our life yesterday is not really important. It's who is with us today, who we spoke to today, who we heard to today, who we communicated with today. And that's important. Nothing else matters. I know that I'm excited because my daughter's coming home in 2 days' time. I haven't seen her since last August. And yes, we are so looking forward to welcoming her home, because this is her home. I don't feel sorry for the way that her mother must feel. I can only empathize. It's not my problem. It's not my issue. The fact that my daughter's coming home after being away for 16 months is a full circle. It was her choice back then that she wanted to stay. Circumstances, whatever the circumstances were, I won't go into those details, but she never stayed. I'm grateful that she never stayed, because the last 16 months has been a tremendous learning of myself. But she's coming home. And this is her wish. This is her desire. And it is going to be a test for me of everything that I've learned. Building a new relationship with my teenage daughter. Going through this whole new learning process of communicating, after communicating via Skype for the last 16, 17 months. So it's building a new relationship. And it's not going to be the same as it was before. And this is really the foundation of building my family again, with a new foundation, with a new knowledge, with a new wisdom, and with a new understanding. And helping her grow spiritually, helping her grow when she needs it the most during these difficult years. I know that she's been suffering from bullying and other things like this in Australia. And she's always reached out to me for help and guidance on dealing with her ego. Some of you have seen the post that she made on Facebook. That really touched me. That I was able to do this from a distance, from a tremendous distance. But that's the trust and that's the love that is between us. Unconditional love. So it's going to be an exciting time. And when I put this into perspective with my connection with my beloved, I'm not ready to be in that situation with her or her son. No matter how much my ego wants it or desires it, I'm not ready, because I have to establish this relationship with my own daughter first, with everything that I've learned. So this is going to be a good challenge, a good test. And only when that connection, and I know when she comes, that connection between us is just going to multiply. And that's the beauty of these deep soul connections. Many of you know my dear soul sister Carrie, and we were talking the other day about these posts on social media about millions of twins coming together over the next 10-15 days. Guys, come on, let's get real. If you're still reading this fantasy, this creative bullshit, you're not in touch with who you are. You're still looking for answers, you're still looking for solutions, but you're not looking within yourself. It's really, really, really tough to get to the inner core of you, and these answers are not going to come by reading social media posts which are saying, giving you false hope. The only person that's going to really empower or speed up your connection or speed up your reunion is you. And only you can do that. This is why I've been talking for weeks, months about reaching out to your soul family. My soul family is tremendous. We are helping one another to understand what's going on, to understand the dynamics, to help each other on this path. When one of us is struggling with a situation, the other is helping, and vice versa. It's reciprocal. And this type of connection with soul family, with people that we don't know, is so powerful. It's so energetic. It's the deepest connection that you can have. It's deeper than your connection with your own biological family or your closest friends, because they understand. So reach out to your soul family. If you want to read fantasy, pick up Mills and Boon, or pick up a Marvel comic, because this is some of the commentary that's coming out. And look at the logic behind this. Okay, so there's millions or hundreds of thousands of twins coming back together again. Come to me to help you. Let me help you on your path. Let me give you an energy cleanse. Let me give you this and let me give you that. Why? Do you not see the motive behind that? Because I do. I don't have hundreds of clients. I can only deal with 3 or 4 clients at one time. And I don't push my services because I don't need to push my services. If people resonate with me and people resonate with the work that I do, they will find me. They will come to me. The universe is proving that over and over again. And this is the strong belief in everything will be okay, because everything will be okay. Your Christmas, you can make your Christmas the same as you make every other day. The best day on the planet that you've ever lived. I've always said that Christmas Day is a time for profiteers. The same as Easter, the same as Valentine's Day, the same as all of these holidays that man has created. They're a day for profiteers. Because you're being bombarded with, buy Christmas stuff, buy this, buy this, buy this. It's the same as any other day. Some of you that have religious beliefs, this is the day that Jesus was born. Was it? Can you know the answer to that question? Or is it what's written? And how do we know? So you and your family, take the day as a special day to celebrate your family, your godliness and your goddessliness. Your goddessliness, I believe that's right. Celebrate the beauty and the love within your family, within those that you love. If you can't afford to give a gift, you don't need to give a gift. Do you remember the days when we used to make things out of paper and cardboard and out of reusable things? As a boy, I used to do that. I used to give my birthday presents to other kids for Christmas because I'd finished using them. It's called creativeness. It's not a day to go out and buy and spend hundreds of dollars to make somebody else rich. You want to make your family rich? Make something. Make something from your heart. Make something from your soul. Just being together, surely that's precious enough. I don't mean to sound like Grinch, because I'm not, because I love Christmas. But I know what I will give my children. I will give them my love. I will buy them or make them something that I can afford. And it will come from the heart. And that's priceless. So guys, when you're reading social media, when you're looking for the magic solution, you're looking at the magic solution. Looking at the mirror every morning, you are the magic solution. And only you can help solve your issues that you need to deal with. And you can only deal with that in truth, full truth of who you are. And I know that's hard, that's really, really hard. If you knew me 2 years ago, you probably wouldn't even like me. Because of the industry I was in, because of this work that I used to do, the number of hours I used to work. And yes, I was looking at the amount of money I earned. And at the end of every month, I still had zero. I'm better off having zero at the beginning of every month for the work that I did the previous month. And that's how I live today. I don't give two hoots about money. The money will come for me to live and to take care of my now daughters and to live the life that I need to live today. As I travel along this path and to go along this journey, other opportunities will come. I'm trying to create other opportunities. And they will come. But we are at the beginning of a whole new paradigm, a whole new understanding of who we are from here, not from here. From your heart, you now know who you are. This will still come into play. But this heart is now bigger than this ego. Your soul is now able to maneuver amongst the dimensions. You can fully appreciate life. And I heard one of the most beautiful things this morning, and I was astounded by what I heard. I was literally standing in my back garden, and I could hear all of this crackling. When I looked around, I realized that the sun had come out, and it was the trees defrosting, and the trees were raining. As the sun was warming the atmosphere, the frost that was on the branches was defrosting. And you could stand under a tree and it was like a shower. And you could hear this amazing, it was amazing. And you can appreciate what is going on in nature. This is how Mother Nature evolves, how she expands. And it was amazing. And the other amazing thing is the climate. The climate here is winter. Now it's probably -3 or -4 outside. It's pretty cold. But I've got daffodils in my back. Daffodils, I've said daffodils. Dandelions. I've got chamomile. It's the wrong time of year for this to be growing. Yes, chamomile is a flower that my beloved appreciates. It doesn't belong here this time of year, but it's growing and it's flowering and it's beautiful to see. I walk by the river every day and see the ducks and the swans and whatever else is actively playing, the fish. I can see the water levels rising and falling on a day-by-day basis as the water flows from the Danube, from Austria in through to Hungary and down through Croatia and out to the Black Sea. I can see it and appreciate it every day. So guys, the reality is the reality. The truth is the truth. Accept the truth for what it is. Accept the truth for who you are. And don't worry about what your twin's doing for Christmas. Don't worry about what you're going to do for Christmas. Don't worry. Think positive that everything is going to be okay. Because you know what? Everything will be okay. No matter how you celebrate Christmas, appreciate your family. If you're not with your family, appreciate your friends. and enjoy your life as if it's your last day on this planet. Be grateful for the day that you've had. When you wake up in the morning, be grateful that you've woken up. There's so much beauty outside that we should appreciate things more and more and more. And the more awake you become, the more you appreciate what's going on around you. And I know this last week, I've also questioned my journey. I've asked the universe to give me answers, my guides to give me answers. Those answers came, and the reality changed. But the answers have come again, repeating themselves, today and yesterday. So I know the universe has got my back, and I know that my soul family is with me on this journey, and they know that I'm with them. So that's what's important. We all stand together. There's a song about that, Paul McCartney, I'm pretty sure. And that just leads me to my final piece. I had a vision earlier on this afternoon, and I shared it with the soul sister. And the vision was a big lake, and standing around this lake were hundreds of thousands, probably thousands of people holding hands. And the women had daisy chain flowers in their head, or chamomile, whichever it was daisies or chamomile. And everyone was holding hands, and they were all moving around the lake in a dance. In the middle of this lake was this big, I suppose, big funnel of white light, pure white light. What does that tell you? Unity, next to water, watching source. It's all about peace, love, and harmony. On that note, I have to say, have a good day, good evening, have a good night. Whatever your day brings you, be happy, be love, and enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Namaste.